When the sadness has you broken-hearted and all your hope is gone, I'll be with you in the sunset. I'll be with you in the dawn. I needed to come outside today and just sit. And so I thought, what better thing to do than to sit and reflect with you? So today I am having a moment of authenticity, vulnerability, and I am welcoming you to join me in a moment of peace and reflection with nature. And it has been a week. It has been a year. And my biggest takeaway is how much I need music to be a more emotionally energetic space for me again. And I've had many conversations with others who feel the same way. And so on this journey of having this YouTube channel, I know that you all will also show me how to help you do the same, because that's all we want. We just want music to be a place of safety and community and energy. And it's so important. Now more than ever. There's so much we can't control. But music is such an internal, it's identity. Music is identity. And I can't truly express my musicianship from such an emotional space if I don't acknowledge my identity. And because that's so hard, I think that is why performance anxiety is such a challenging thing. Because performance anxiety, we're making up what the outcome is going to be. And we're anticipating a negative outcome. And it hasn't even happened. But why do we do that? I'm still answering that question, but there are some nuggets of information that I got, some things that had me thinking that I thought I would share. Sorry for the driving noises. So I did an interview with the organization that I'm doing a Christmas concert with in about a month or so. And one of the first questions I was asked was about performance anxiety and whether or not I still experience it. And I said, absolutely. My performance anxiety has lived with me my whole life. I almost was never going to be on a stage because I was so afraid all the time of singing. And the interviewer asked me if, and my mom used to say this all the time, oh, the more you do it, then it gets better. Not for me. Maybe somebody. And so the interviewer asked me, so you don't feel like, depending on the audience or what you're singing, that it gets better? Okay, there are levels to the thing, but for the most part, I'm always anticipating negative outcomes before every single performance. And I think it's because the act of performing the way we know it is so opposite to how I learned music. Sorry, there's like a flying thing. There's pros and cons to being outside, eh? But anyway, performing on a stage, it feels so unnatural, because one huge part about performing was community, and the fact that I did it with other people. Music was a lifestyle, and it was always done with other people, whether it be family worship or, my mom, my sister, and I cleaning up and making playlists together and hearing my mom around the house singing. There was always singing. There was always music playing. I had music playing in my room all the time. I either had headphones, or I'm dating myself, or a CD player. If I had to clean the kitchen, there was a CD player sitting on the little portable ones. Well, after Walkmans. There was a CD player sitting on the counter, and I had headphones in all the time because it gave me energy to do the things that sometimes I wanted to do, sometimes I didn't want to do. A lot of times I did it to give me comfort doing the things that I didn't want to do. And so music was comforting for me. It ain't comforting anymore. It's not comforting anymore. And I need it to be, especially now. I need all music that I engage in, that I need it to be comforting to me. But if I do it, if I sing it, if I share it, it needs to be comforting to you too. And so an interview with Jon Batiste was shared with me this week, and he talked about it in a way, this part in a way that really, really resonated with me, and I wrote it down, and I really want to share it with you. Oh, okay. And it was kind of uncomfortable. So this is going to be uncomfortable. So he says, there's a constellation of inspiration that crosses so many spectrums of society, and I can't access it if I play by these rules. Woof. Yikes. Yeah. I am feeling that. He said a genre is a silo that promotes ignorance. Ouch. It's another box to put us in. Are you classical? Are you pop? Are you rock? Are you country? We always find ways of distinguishing how we're different. Or, oh yeah, you belong with me. Can we, I'm tired of that. It's one of the biggest issues that we're dealing with right now in the world. It's like, why do we have to have so many subcategories of people? I got a comment to my question earlier this week, and this viewer commented on, how we just need to be more genuine, and how there's favoritism in the music industry, and the same people are circulating these music environments, and she's not wrong. She's not wrong. There are so many people out there who want careers and they can't get in front of the right people. They just can't get themselves in front of the right people. A part of me, I've been having this urge lately. I'm like, man, the hugest part of building this community is so that the people who need to find their people can find their people. Because that's really what it boils down to. It's like we're constantly trying to force people to pick us. Pick me, pick me, pick me. Listen, I'm not for everybody. If I'm not for you, so be it. But I have to be me. I have to learn me. There's another coach that I have been listening to over the past year, and he says that throughout life, we have been fed our lie-dentity. And I was like, yeah. So what we may think is our identity is really our lie-dentity. There are things that are in us that they won't be able to bring forth life until we actually go and seek those things. Anyway, the anxiety comes from us trying to pigeonhole ourselves into spaces and environments. Like, I like to talk when I'm on stage. I want to talk to the people. I want to touch the people. I want to say, hey, how you doing? And I did it for the first time, my last senior recital of my doctoral degree. And before my set of spirituals, I said, I don't even remember how I worded it. I probably said, hey, y'all, or hi, because I'm like, I want to share openly in the moment of music. Music is so much about community. And I need that when I perform. I want to spiritually, emotionally, physically touch people. And there's not enough of that. So for me, my performance anxiety flares up because I feel like I'm in environments that don't support that part of my artistry. And the communities that exist are not structured in a way that will support that type of artistry. So there's a couple of things that I think needs to happen. Not only do artists need to find their pockets of people or collaborators that are in alignment with what they're trying to do as artists. But I also think it's just as important for the existing organizations to create spaces, to create safe ecosystems for a plethora of artists to dwell in. And there are ways to do that. I think we just collectively need So I think the performance anxiety comes in because the stage, the space that I'm being asked, or that you were being asked to present on, is foreign. It's just another land. It's a land that you're not used to. You're not comfortable there. It is critical, very critical. And so I think that performance anxiety would lower if there was more creative collaboration that was more welcoming. Yeah. Early one morning, Jesus came into my heart. Since that day, we've never been apart. Later that evening, I could feel him by my side, there to love, to comfort, and to guide. By faith, I journey on through life's uncertain ways. For I can hear the Savior say, I'll be with you when the sea is stormy, be with you in the night, when your days are cold and lonely and nothing will go right. When the sadness has you broken-hearted and all your hope is gone, I'll be with you in the sunset. I'll be with you in the dawn. I hope there were nuggets of truth and honesty and all that you can take with you. There's going to be some structure to this thing later, but here's what I'm realizing. While I'm on this journey with you, and while we're figuring out together what this community looks like, this community space looks like, and how natural gifts that God put in me, how they can support you and serve you, there are going to be some kinks in the road. There's going to be some kinks in the road, and everything's not going to be perfect. Everything is not going to make sense, but it will. And I hope that you will stay here with me, and that you will also put in the comments things that you would like to hear me talk about, or things that have been troubling you about your journey. And I feel led to say this also. I talk a lot about classical music industry, but it is only because it's the industry that I am heavily a part of right now. And because I was getting wrapped up in my mind about how to identify myself, how to genre myself, how to how to box myself. And so I'm not exactly clear yet on who all I'm supporting. And so I'm here anyway, and I'm putting it out there because the only way to find the people that I'm called to help support, I gotta say hey. So hey. And I have to figure out ways so that you can find me. And that's what this all is. I gotta do something so that we can find each other, so that I can find you and you can find me. And then all the pieces will start to come together over time. Until then, you know, I'll just share nuggets of wisdom that I'm picking up and collecting along the way that are helping me find my truest sense of self, and that are helping me become more whole and free. Freedom. So I love you. I hope that you've been able to find something helpful in all of this. I love nature. I love being outside. But what I don't love is these bugs. Yes, and this one little bee keeps rolling around. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's long. I'll stop babbling. Love y'all. Until next time. Bye.